Today I am going to be doing an updated guide to Ghost of Tabor now that they've released quite a bit of new features to the game, and this is where you start. You will normally spawn into the tutorial, so we'll start at the tutorial. This is where you're going to start Ghost of Tabor after you create your character. I can't show you that again because it only lets you do it once as far as I know, unless you reset your account, and I ain't trying to do that because I already got a bunch of stuff done. So first area you start is going to be inside of this beautiful tutorial area. If you're playing on standalone, it's obviously not going to look the same as it does on here because this is PC VR. I am playing on the Quest 3 PC VR. First thing you're going to want to do is go into your settings. We're going to calibrate height. If you want to play seated, they do have a seated mode. This allows you to crouch with the analog stick. For players that do not want to crouch in real life, you can select this. It allows you to press the analog stick and crouch. There is one downside to this setting, and that is going to be if you actually do crouch in real life. Go ahead and give that a shot real quick so you guys can see what happens. A screen should pop up at some point. There we go. Once you're in the screen, you can't do anything, and you have to stand up and hit close. If you stay crouched, it's going to pop back up. You can't shoot, you can't grab your gun, you can't move, you can't do anything. So you can auto calibrate your height. This allows you to crouch and not have that pop up. So this is beneficial if you want to get behind something and the normal crouch doesn't help you out in that situation, because sometimes when you crouch your head will still be above it. This allows you to get really low. You can get like pretty much all the way to the ground if you need to. We'll move on from that, go to settings. We did height. Virtual gun stock is going to be a setting that I would suggest that you turn on. Helps lock the gun to your shoulder when you're aiming and give you a little bit better aim. It does minimize being able to shoot up straight, because since it's locked to your shoulder, you can only look up so far unless you crouch. So that is one downside to that setting. Show compass, you don't need this on. When you first start the game, you may want to leave it on just to help you out a little bit, but I suggest turning it off. Cleans up the screen. If you're going to be recording the game, turn that shit off. Player body, this doesn't really matter anymore. It used to be just hands with the port for the med, and now it's your arms, your full arm. So it kind of doesn't really give you the illusion that you don't have a body, so it doesn't really matter which way you do that. Dominant hand, obviously, whichever hand you're dominant with, or whichever hand you feel like being dominant with in this game. Hold to grip, definitely leave that on. You don't want toggle. You're gonna blow yourself up with a grenade probably. Head-based movement definitely on. You don't want hand-based movement. Hand-based movement's ass unless you're already used to it, then you could use that. Smooth turning if you are somebody that plays VR. If you're new to VR, this is your first VR title, you get motion sickness, leave it on snap, or leave it off and just use your body to turn. And then turning speed is going to be preference. Again, if you get sick, don't turn on smooth because it's going to make you sick. Grip thresholds, this is how I have mine set up. You can experiment with it however you feel like experimenting with it. This is the best that I could get for me, from the way I play the game, for how I grab and throw. And hand pitch rotation default was good for me. I didn't really need to change anything. I got used to 0. This does help for whenever you aim. Let's say I pull my hand up straight like this. If your hand is down like this, whenever you pick your hand up, you can use that to offset that so your hand is straight. You want a natural position when you pick up your hand to aim at the targets and be able to get on point very easily. Practice this over and over and over again until you get used to it and your natural hand position is on target every single time. The rest of this stuff kind of doesn't matter. Scroll speed all the way up makes it where you can scroll through the menus quickly. Hand motion smoothing, I don't know if this actually does something or not, because I still get shaky hands whenever I get into a gunfight sometimes. I don't know if it helps or doesn't help. I turn it on, it doesn't hurt. Audio, this doesn't really give you any kind of like benefit in any way, shape, or form. You can turn the volume up a little bit if your headset's not loud enough. You want to make sure that your microphone is muted whenever you get into game, that way you're not hot micing in the game and people can hear you. Turn this on to true. If you have it on false, your mic will be open when you get into the game, and that little red light that's on the watch will be green. Going from that, if you do want to open mic, you put your hand over your mouth and you press either the X or the A button over your face, whichever hand you put over your face. We're going to move on from that straight into this aiming. Obviously a very crucial thing in this game, but when I start the game, what I normally like to do is I like to hit all the targets on the spinning board, and every single flip target, and I think that you have enough rounds in this pistol to shoot every one of these targets if you don't miss. Once you get comfortable enough with it, you can do it faster and faster and faster and faster, but develop the muscle memory first before you do anything else. That way you can just get on target and just give it a go. Like I said, once you lock your arms out, you can pretty much just turn your body and look at the target and shoot, and you're good. on the sights, if you guys are not familiar, it's hard to see whenever you're looking through both lenses, because if you're looking downrange and you're looking at your weapon, the gun kind of splits into two because of the way that our vision is. You know, we have two eyeballs. If you're focused down there, the way that the eye focuses, it doesn't focus the same along the whole distance of your vision, right? So if I'm focused down there, my eyes are tweaked in a little bit, and it looks like there's two guns for me looking through the lenses. So if you're right eye dominant, right-handed, or left-handed and left eye dominant, when you're looking at the weapon, if you're right eye dominant, you're going to be looking at the sights on the left side. If you're left eye dominant, you're going to be looking at the gun on the right side. Makes it, if I line up with my left eye, shoot the target. If I line up with my right eye, I could also shoot the target. There's a quick tutorial on that, I guess, but we'll move on from pistols. Second stage is going to be beautiful AK. You have, on every weapon, you have a safe, I believe, except for maybe the Ludi. I don't know if the Ludi has a safe on it. Maybe there's other weapons that don't as well. On the AK, you have top, safe, full auto, semi-automatic. This will help you with the same thing, lining up your sights. Missing every single shot. I'm a professional, guys, don't you worry. It's a little bit more, it's a little bit different when you're holding a rifle, because you have that extra hand to move the weapon around. It's not the same as, you know, a pistol. You can't really, like, once you grab the pistol grip, you don't really have any kind of, like, you can't adjust the weapon with the other hand. But let's look at the virtual gun stock. What it does, it kind of locks it into the shoulder. So like the gun is moving a little bit left and right whenever I do this. If I didn't have this on, it would be like this. The gun would move, the whole back of the gun would move like this, but it doesn't do that whenever you have that on. It locks it kind of into your shoulder, so it makes it a little easier to aim. We have that ammo crafting, food, storage, med. It should be, why is it not like this in the game, bro? Stick your med in you, you're good. If you're bleeding, wrap your arm. It's probably not going to do anything because I'm not bleeding. No, there we go. Okay. Bandage your arm. You cannot med whenever you have bandages in your arm. All you can do is wait. I don't remember the timer. I think for heavy bleeds, it was like 30 seconds. It's a long time if you have a heavy bleed. If you have a heavy bleed, you're going to be taking a lot of damage. If you're taking a lot of damage, you're dying quicker. Make sure you have your bandages. Also, make sure you have your NRSs, nerds, or stems, or whatever the fuck you want to call them. We got food. You don't need a spoon to eat the food. I guess it's just cooler if you do. It doesn't look as weird. You're not sitting there, you know, doing weird shit. Drinks. You just hold it to your face. Hear the sound, it means you're drinking. Energy drinks don't give you water. They give you stamina. Water gives you water. These are refillable. Plastic bottles are not refillable. You have magazines, clips, the things that hold the pew-pews. This is the loader. You have it inside of your bunker. Jam your magazine in there. It tells you what kind of ammunition that you need. How many are in the hopper does not tell you how many are in the magazine. They should add that feature. That'd be very fucking helpful. This is your ammo making machine. As you can see, we have powder and brass. Brass in the back, powder in the front. Let's say we want to make some AP rounds. We want to penetrate. We use that. We want tracers. If we want people to see our shots, don't use tracers. And then you have FMJ, or standard. Powder in the front. There's a gauge, as you can see, going up with powder. We have brass here. Brass goes in the back. Shake that brass out. Shake that brass, boy. Shake that brass. We out? We empty? All right, we're empty. You would pick the ammunition, 5.56 by 45, that coincides with the magazine that you were trying to fill. ST, standard, FMJ, and then quantity. It shows you down here how much of each you need. It's kind of hard to read, but it's 5 powder, 1 brass. It gets you 1 box. Pull that handle, out pops the box. Open the box, grab, grip, slide it open over the loader, and then you just press the trigger on the same hand. Bam, it all falls out into that. One of them didn't fall out. We got 49 rounds. We hit load. There should be 19 left. So now we have a fully mag that's full. These are your Phoenix. This is gonna be your first encounter. You can be all sneakily. We're gonna sneak up to him and we're gonna kill him with our bare hands. You'll never know we're coming. Snap. Usually when you pick up guns off of Phoenix, they're usually always chambered. If you pick up a gun anywhere else, always make sure that it is chambered, because if it's not, you're not gonna have a good time whenever you get into your raid and you go to shoot somebody and it just clicks, because that is it's not fun. Here's a cornucopia of gear, as they would say. You have the M4, always trusty. Honestly, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. This is the best gun in the game, period. We have a hybrid sight, allows you to not grab the gun fucking sight and move the sight out of the way, apparently. And maybe in the tutorial it doesn't allow you to do that. Whatever. You can flip this down. It allows you to flip it down. You get an ACOG or you get an EOTech red dot. Magazines, you can press B to drop the mag or whatever, the coinciding hand, Y. You have lasers, and you also have grips, which I don't see any grips here, you know, because they were like, fuck you, you don't need those. Put it down here at the bottom or on the side if you're a weirdo. Grab the gun with your non-dominant hand and you click the trigger to turn on the laser or flashlight. You click it one more time, it goes into infrared. You can only see this with night vision. Boom, we got night vision. I haven't seen it since they did the update. Let's see what it looks like. This is the new night vision. I'm guessing it's a better field of view, but as you can see, laser, no laser, laser, no laser. Same thing with the flashlights. They have an infrared mode, and you can use the laser to smoke people in the face just like that. Die. This looks super tactical. We have a chest rig. Boom, chest rig. We have that. We have an ammo pouch for full-size mags, primary magazines. We have another one. We also have a grenade pouch, so we can hold our little explosives and smoke grenades. I don't use smoke grenades very often, but when I do, they don't work. Grenade. Another thing you need to practice 100% is going to be grenade throwing. Not necessarily a crucial part of the game, but it doesn't hurt, right? It doesn't hurt to know how to throw a grenade. That should be the end of the tutorial. Into the bunker. Here we are at the safe house. Safe house. This is the most important place in the game. This is the place you're going to start every single time you load up this game. We now have Island, 12 players, 45 minutes. Missile Silo, 6 players, 30 minutes. And Modka, 9 players, 45 minutes. Out of these 3, where should you start? Where should you start? We'll get back to that question later. First thing that we're going to do is, we all know you guys want to play with friends. That was one of the top questions inside of the things that are searched for Ghost of Tabor. Contact, bam, friends, add friends. You add your friend, you search the username. It has to be how their username is spelled. Exactly. I believe, I don't know if capitalization matters. Probably doesn't, probably does. Anyways, you search for your friend with your beautiful keyboard, hit that request. You will get a request received, or they will get a request received, and then they will be on your friends list. Easy. After that, you just simply click on their name and it should say invite. You could also favorite them so they stay up in the beginning. They will appear here once they join in, or you join them, they will appear here as well as here. Another thing I like to do when I first get into the game is, since they fix grenade throws, I like to throw grenades. We're going to check out the rest of the sweet bunker. Rooms that are locked when you first came in, or when you first come in, are going to be the nursery, med bay, intel room will also be locked. I think that's it. We'll go to the market real quick. You have meds, water, consumables, you got drinkables, and you got eatables. And then you have medicine, bandages you need if you're bleeding, NRSs you need to refill that health bar. Shiro sells ammunition stuff. Very simple. You just level this guy up. You get AP powder is the only thing that really fucking matters. But don't level up Shiro. You don't need to. Show sucks. We have Minty. Got all your ammo modules and other modules. You got your chest rigs. So you definitely want to level up Minty. Minty is going to be a priority, especially for late game, late wipe, blah, blah, blah. You have gear, backpacks, sling bag, regular bag. I don't know if you get this off rip anymore. Again, I have the nuclear edition. It may not. You may only get the sling bag. Merchant of Death is going to be DLC weapons. You have the one-shot M4 and then the Terran Tactical DLC. All right, we have Spectre. This is where you're going to get all your guns, your gun attachments, your magazines, your melee, and whatever the fuck utilities are. Grenades. I guess he sells grenades now because I didn't know that. We have Merrick and Jerry. Merrick here, my boy, is going to be the guy that you're going to go to get all your bunker upgrades. We have rooms that are rooms. We have storage, armory, intel, maintenance, medicine or medical, and garden room. And then you have utility. Utility is going to be the upgraded things inside of those rooms. We have the generator station. I'm sure it just helps with consumption, gas consumption, how much fuel you consume. Garden station is going to be how many plots that you have to plant. Medical is going to be what you can use inside the medical room. I think the first level, I think you get the first level when you unlock the room. It doesn't give you shit. The second level gives you the ability to craft bandages. And then third I would assume would be the ability to craft NRSs. Intel station, you just get more server racks to pop your GPUs in to make passive income. Onto Jerry. Jerry's the guy, bro. Jerry is the guy. Jerry's the guy that you love. Jerry's the guy that has everything. Jerry is the guy that doesn't pay attention to shit. Anyways, ammo crafting. He has it. Fuck Shiro. His missions are easier. His missions are way fucking easier. You could literally level him up just by playing the game. You don't have to do anything besides go in fucking goddamn raids and get the fuck out of them. Literally, that's it. But he has everything. AP powder, bro. That's all you need. That's all you need. AP. It doesn't matter what gun you have. AP. You need it. Get it in your life. Level up Jerry. Bunker resources. Water. This wipe this season doesn't really matter. There's an issue with it. Marijuana seeds, and you got your gasoline. All those things are necessary. You need them. Consumables. He's got consumables. He's got drinkables and eatables. You don't need the medical tent. You don't need Shiro. All you need is Jerry, bro. Jerry, Minty, and Spectre. That's it. That's it. That's all you need. And then he's got medicine. Oh, I guess they made him not have bandages. You gotta fucking go buy bandages from Susie down there. Crazy. Or you can just fucking level your shit up and make them yourself. He's seen a lot of things, guys. We don't talk to him. We just leave him alone. Let him do his thing. So yeah. Jerry, Merrick, Spectre. You don't need that guy. Minty. I guess you need her for bandages for some reason. You do not need this trader. This trader is fucking worthless. They didn't add anything to this motherfucker. Maybe at some point you'll be relevant, but right now you're not relevant. Back to the safe house. I guess let's go through the rooms. We'll start with the kitchen. I don't have maintenance unlocked because I don't give a shit about maintenance. Food. You get food off rip. You got food in here. Eat and drink. Got water. You need to refill your refillable water containers. You can do that. Bring food and water with you too. I never do. I'm stupid. All right, you have your kiosk that holds all your goodies that you'd either drop on the floor or forget to put inside of here, or don't leave in bags or whatever, or buy, yada yada, so on and so forth. We now have sections, which is fucking sick, because before you had to like scroll through every fucking thing to find what you fucking wanted. But now you can go to armor, bam. Bunker resources, bam. Bunker resources. Consumables. You got your food, gear. You got your gear. We got junk. How is this junk? That's worth money, brother. Magazines. Medicines. It's fucking awesome. You can favorite shit and you don't have to go to the fucking market. You can buy it from inside your thing. You got rations. We have your selling conveyor. You sell stuff here. Throw it on the conveyor belt. Comes up here. I guess I have an extra bandage. Boom. Bandage. You pick who you want to sell it to. Apparently bandages ain't worth shit. But yeah, you'd pick who you want to sell it to. I guess since we're here, we should talk about it too. Every single person, every single vendor, you have to sell stuff to level them up to the next level. And we can see that here. We go to missions. You can see boom, 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 boom. As you can tell, like I said, Jerry's the guy. These are the ones you want to do. You want to do Jerry's missions. The easiest ones, especially when you first start, is going to be complete missions or complete raids. Complete 5 raids, complete 10 raids. I was trying to do this one, but for some reason it's not showing up in the kiosk. This one is, it doesn't matter if you die. You get 8,300 XP. You just have to do it, right? You just have to kill 25 NPCs and 25 players. Doesn't matter how long it takes you. You just do it. Complete 5 raids. You're gonna complete raids. Set these missions up. Kill 5 Phoenix and 5 players. You do that, coincides with the other one. Boom. These two coincide with each other. You're doing both at the same time. You could do 2 of these with one of these, and you could do 5 of these with one of these. I'm focusing mostly on there because I want AP rounds. Anyways, we'll move on to the next room as well. I'm like all over the place. Armory. Again, when you first start the game, if you don't have any bundles, this is probably all you're going to have. You're going to have 2 spots for backpacks, 2 mannequins. You can fit 2 chest rigs, 2 helmets, 2 shelves to put whatever accessories you want to put on. And then you have your gun wall where you can put, obviously, guns, magazines, any other weapons in the game, grenades, you name it. After you get level 2, bigger gun wall, more spaces to put your armor, more spaces for backpacks, more shelving room, drawers you never knew you needed. Also ammo crafting. Definitely level 2. You need this level 2 craft ammo. Not 100% necessary, but sometimes you need to craft some ammunition. Sometimes it's something that you need to do. Storage. I have barely ever used this room, but when you do get this room, you get some meds here on the shelf. Extra space for stuff never use. Usually just sell everything. Med block, again, this is locked. Once it's unlocked, you get these 2 beautiful machines. This one is to make bandages. It's not gonna let me open it when this is open, I guess. Bandages, and then nerds, NRSs, which mine is locked because I don't have the proper allocated security clearance to unlock this fucking stupid ass motherfucking machine that's at my bunker. Moving on. We already talked about the kitchen, storage, armory. We have power room. So where your generator is, you're gonna need to put gas inside this thing. They can sell these for like 2,000 each, even after they're empty. Use it, sell it, make money back. They're like 4K, you get half your money back just for selling the container back. Once you put gasoline in it, you press this button to turn it off and on. Super simple. You have a range. If you want to waste your own ammunition, it doesn't come back. So anything you use in here is a waste, honestly. Do all your training in this tutorial or go into training raids. Don't waste your ammunition here. Intel. This is where you do your GPU mining. I'm a broke bitch. I only got 1. That's all I found so far. But you have 6 slots 12, and I think you can get 2 more or 3 more. So you can have a lot of GPUs in here, a lot of Bitcoin mining, a lot of money to be made. We have our vault / bedroom. This is where your money is. 2 backpack slots and an armor, and that's pretty much the only use for this room. Shitter. I'd never noticed that. Hilarious. Here's the shitter. I don't know why we couldn't have actually working mirrors. I'd like to be able to see the fucking stupid look on my face whenever I lose all my gear every raid. Never wipe again. I don't think that this was something that they unlocked yet. Either way, never wipe. This room is going to be a room where, you guessed it, your shit never gets wiped. I don't know how big the room is. I don't think anybody's gotten a peek in there to see what it looks like. The next room is going to be the nursery. So you already have some plants growing inside of here. This is where you're going to grow maple trees. You know what I'm saying? We're in here growing maple trees. We're not doing anything that the DEA needs to be aware of, right? In here, maple, right? Put your water inside of there. The consumption of water is very, very low because there was an issue with it. They resolved it by pretty much making sure that like it barely uses any fucking water. So I gotta put like maybe 2 thermoses inside of that, and I haven't had to put any water. Any of these little pits, you can put a seed inside the pit. You grab the seed, put it in there, and then you just wait. It takes a while. I think it's like 2 days, 2 or 3 days. It's pretty slow. I don't know when you can harvest these. I guess I could harvest them right now. I'll go ahead and do that. That's a nice little nug. Harvest a couple more. So that is this, I'm assuming, the stage where you harvest. I don't know if you get more if you wait. I don't think you do. I think that shit just came back instantly, which is fucking sick. It's a big ass fucking nug, son. I'm not at the right level to do anything with these right now, so I'm just gonna set these to the side, and once we get that stuff sorted out, we will make a tutorial on how to make the medicine. But yeah, this is it. The higher the level, the more space you have to grow plants. Right now I think I'm at level 2. So I have this. We covered every other room. There's nothing else really to cover inside of the bunker. What I wanted to talk about earlier, where should you start inside of Ghost of Tabor if you're fresh to the game and you know nothing? Like I said, main things is going to be to focus on aim. So get into training runs, go into the tutorial, practice until you feel confident enough, and then deploy into regular raids. It's going to be completely different when you go from training runs to actual raids, because there's a little bit more of urgency when you're doing things, right? If you're just training, you can kind of run around. If you get killed, it doesn't really matter. Once you have gear, you're going to be focused on not losing it and finding more loot. So what you need to do, the first map that I would suggest is to go into Missile Silo, and I would suggest going in naked. I know now that we have a bleed system, it's a little bit harder to do, because if you get shot, there's always a chance of bleed. But go into Silo naked, run silos over and over and over again until you get comfortable. That's where you're going to find the most action at. That's where you're going to get the most comfortable with the game. If you guys are afraid to get into fights, if you get nervous or scared, the only way to get over that is to continue to get into engagements. If you avoid them, you're never going to get over that fear, and you're not going to progress in the game. So like I said before, the first place you should start is going to be Missile Silo. Do it geared or not geared, whatever, however the hell you want to do it, but I would suggest going in naked to minimize loss. You know, if you go in and you die, it's not a big deal. If you lose stuff, it's not a big deal, because it's all stuff you picked up. Once you get over that fear of engagement, then you have to get over gear fear. Gear fear is going to be the next biggest hurdle in anybody's progress inside of Ghost of Tabor, because you're want to bring better gear in to fight people. Once you get really good at the game, you can use crappier gear to beat higher geared players. There's always that chance. A lot of times you do get lit up, a lot of times you lose your gear, but on the other end of the spectrum, there's not that many players that are that good, and you'll not run into many people that are going to be able to do that as often. So most of the time you're going to be running into people, pretty average players. You'll be able to take them out. Sometimes you're on the other end of that. Like I said, you go in with high tier gear and you lose it, but that's the only way to get over that fear, is to actually use your gear. Don't wait till the end of wipe to use the AK Alpha. Don't wait till the end of wipe to use the Scar. Just don't wait till the end of the wipe to use any of your weapons. Use them as you get them. Have fun with them. Enjoy the game. Don't go in doing naked runs every single time. Yesterday I got 3 AK-5Cs. The first thing I did was fully kit one out and take it straight into raid. I didn't even hesitate. Even if I had one, I would do the same thing. I got a Scar. We got fully kitted Scars. Took it in, lost it. Like, that kind of shit doesn't matter once you progress in the game. I will be coming out with a guide for each individual map as well. Stuff for run and gun in, map awareness, spawn locations, loot locations, you know, GPUs, cards, high tier loot spawns, where to use your cards at, the orange card, the purple card locations, the skull location, where the House of Scott is, how to get in, and just general tips and tricks for each map. I hope you guys enjoy your raids. Hope you guys have a good time. Enjoy this season. We still have a lot of things that are coming in the game, and a lot of fun and exciting places I'm sure they're going to add onto the map and expand each individual location. Other than that, we're going to end it here, guys. There should be a couple of videos that pop up. You guys, if you want to continue our journey, head over there. Other than that, we'll catch you guys in the next one.